A major milestone has been reached in the Root River restoration projects near Eagle Bluff Environmental Learning Center in Lanesboro, Minnesota. Phase 1 of construction on 3 sections of river has been completed as of March 2025. This work is aimed at curbing decades of erosion, improving in-stream habitat for macroinvertebrates and fish, and restoring the river's natural course. Site 1 contains unnatural 90-degree bends in the river due to the rechanneling of the Root River in the early 1900s to operate a hydroelectric power plant. The power plant no longer operates, but the remains of the dam created huge erosion issues from steep, sloughing banks. It is estimated that at least 15 acres of land have been washed down the river. To fix this problem, engineers put the river back where it was prior to the power plant. To do so, crews cleared trees, graded out the steep slopes, and dug the new 3,300-foot-long channel and installed rock riffles to direct the water towards the middle of the river channel. The channel will be left dry so vegetation can establish along the banks during the upcoming growing season. Then, in early fall, the river's flow will be open to the reconstructed channel by shifting tons of rock and soil. The old channel will become a wetland, providing additional habitat for wildlife. Sites 2 and 3 also exhibited steep slopes that have been eroding for years, altering the riverbed and smothering fish spawning areas. In high flood years, like in this video from 2024, we lost 25 feet of bank over the course of a day. The strategies implemented in these 2 sites focused on grading and stabilizing the riverbanks. Lessening the slopes of the riverbank reconnects the river channel to the floodplain, allowing the river to spill over in times of flooding rather than carving away at the steep banks. To stabilize the banks, hundreds of white pines from a plantation located on Eagle Bluff property were harvested to become tow wood. Trees become tow wood when the harvested trunk of the tree is placed into the graded riverbank with the root wad mostly submerged in the channel. Dirt is then placed over this tow wood with the root ball providing in-stream habitat for fish and other aquatic creatures. Dirt that was removed from the reshaping of the stream banks was spread out where the pines were removed, and native trees and shrubs will be planted later this spring. The last step is to seed the disturbed areas along the river with native seed mixes which have deep root systems. The vegetation will further stabilize the banks for future flooding events. Sites 2 and 3 include future phases of work. We'll be removing woody materials and dirt from an island to allow for the river to spread over this area during flood events instead of putting pressure on the newly shaped banks. 3 years of post-construction monitoring will also occur to ensure that restoration efforts improve upon pre-construction conditions. Finally, we also look forward to incorporating these restoration projects into the outdoor education conducted at Eagle Bluff to the thousands of youth and adults that visit us from around the region. These projects were funded by the Environment and Natural Resources Trust Fund and a collaboration between Fillmore County Soil and Water Conservation Districts, the Minnesota DNR, and Eagle Bluff Environmental Learning Center.